Welcome to Keto with Cass, with me, Cass. Today we are going to be making stuffed bacon wrapped chicken with turnips, mashed turnips. So I'm going to show you how to get the perfect texture out of your turnips. So we're going to go ahead and start with the turnips, get them boiling. Here is my pot of water. Slice the bottom of your turnip off. And then we're going to peel it. So I'm doing 5 turnips. They're about medium size. You could do 2 large ones. This will feed my family of 5. And actually my whole family likes it, even my 5-year-old, so. Okay, once they're trimmed, you're gonna go ahead and quarter them. I'm gonna actually cut them into 6. Put them in the pot. Everybody's in the pool. We're gonna go ahead and add a splash of vinegar in there, and that's gonna help take out any of the bitterness from the turnips. Just a splash of white vinegar, and then we're gonna go ahead and salt this really well as well. Okay, we're gonna get this boiling. Preheat your oven to 375. I like to do this chicken in the oven because you're gonna want to make sure the seam is down on the bacon to hold it down. You could do it on the barbecue, I guess, if you want. I'm not gonna cut into the chicken just yet. I'm gonna slice some green onion to put in our stuffing for the middle. And then my husband is going to have a jalapeno in his, so I'm gonna stuff that with cream cheese. See, what's nice about it is you can have different variations. Sometimes I do cream cheese and green onions. Sometimes I do green chilies, the jalapeno. I like to keep the rubber band on my green onion because it holds them together better. Okay, that should be enough. And then here's my jalapeno. I'm going to put those aside. And we are going to use a different knife and a different board for our chicken. And 2 breasts here. And the moochers are back. That didn't take long, little moochers. Trim up this chicken. This is going straight to the doggos. One for the old man over here. I have 4 dogs over here. Yeah. Okay. I might cut these in half. And then you're going to butterfly them from there. These little thinner tail ends are a little harder, but that's all right. The bacon's going to wrap around it and just keep it all together. So once these are all butterflied, we're going to flatten them out. Okay. You are going to, hold on. All right. Arrange your chicken under your wrap. Place the wrap over. I mean, you don't have to put the wrap over if you don't want to, but it probably will splatter. So, do you want chicken splatter all over your kitchen? Go ahead and not wrap it. All right. Grab your rolling pin, or you can grab a wine bottle, or whatever. Hammer. And get your aggression out from the day. Gently, though. Gentle aggression. These thicker ones are going to need a little extra pounding. Phrasing. Okay, so yeah, I have a family of 5, but I'm only doing 4 because once you wrap the bacon and stuff them, they get out. They're pretty big. My kids will probably split. Okay. Chicken's all spanked out. Now we're going to go with the fillings that you put in there. I'm going to do my husband's first. And actually, I skipped a step, so rewind. Salt and pepper. Always season your food, people. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fill the jalapeno. So I'm going to take the jalapeno and I'm going to close it on itself. And then I'm going to roll it in the chicken. And then the other 3 are going to get the green onion and the cream cheese. I'm using the whipped cream cheese again because it's a little easier to spread. But you can always just warm up a stick of cream cheese and get it a little easier to. Bada bing. A little green onion. You don't like green onion? Don't do green onion. Do green chilies, or do a jalapeno. You could do just cream cheese. You could do cream cheese and bacon, but we're wrapping it in bacon, so that'd be a lot of bacon. Got our bacon here. We are going to start rolling. So I am going to grab my other rack. I just have a wire rack on top of a cookie sheet to catch any drippings. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll. So I'm going to start with the jalapeno one. Close it over on itself. Start the bacon. This is my favorite bacon. It's pretty thin slice and it's kind of stretchy. And all the pieces are super consistent, so they're nice to work with. This is a 2-piecer. All right, and this is the seam here, so we want to go seam side down on your rack. Okay, and then we're going to keep going. And just wrap it as tightly as you can to hold all that filling in there. And if you get it nice and tight, nothing should come out. You can get real creative with it if you want. You could put some sugar-free barbecue sauce on there. Maybe even just a sprinkle of like brown swerve. But in my opinion, it's good just like this. Here we go. It's gonna go in the oven at 375 for about 35 minutes. And then when they are done, if they're not fully browned, I will actually brown them in a pan. So I'll show you what those look like when they come out. Okay, after 35 minutes in the oven, these are gonna look like this. You can see that the bacon's not crisp, but the chicken is cooked. So we are going to go ahead and get a screaming hot cast iron pan ready to fry up the bacon. We're going to just fry it around all sides until it gets as crisp as you like it. Some people I do know actually like it like this, little floppy bacon, but I like mine crispy. So we are going to crisp it up. That seems about ready. You don't really need to add any fat to it because you got the fat from the bacon. Our turnips are about ready. You want them fork tender and able to slide off your fork. So that's about ready. We're going to finish these up and then we'll move to the turnips. Okay, so once you pull it out of the cast iron, you're going to have some nice browned crispy bacon. Look at all the yummy drippings coming out. I'm going to cut one of those open in just a minute for you, but first we're going to go ahead and strain our turnips. Bring a clean tea towel with you to strain your turnips. You're going to need to squeeze all the water out. Okay, so first you strain your turnips. Then you're going to put them aside for a sec. Put your tea towel down. You can put it in another strainer if you want, but I just put it in the bottom of my sink. And pour them on top. And you're going to squeeze as much water as possible out of the turnips. And then, yes, it's freaking hot. Really hot. So one way I do it is I twist and push down, and you'll start seeing water come out of your turnips. See the water? And I'll even grab my hot pad just to kind of help me out. Squeeze it as hard as you can. And sometimes they mush a little bit in there, and that's fine because we're going to mash them anyway. And you want them as dry as possible. No water. All right. It's going to look like that. We're going to put it in here. Take it back over to our bowl. In this bowl, I have about 4 tablespoons of cream cheese and about half a stick of butter. And I just melted it down just enough to where it's easy to incorporate. Add your turnips. Very hot, guys. Be careful. There we go. And I'm going to use my immersion blender. If you do not have one, you can use a food processor. You could also just use a masher. I also have a ricer that works really well, but I'm going to use this today. And we're going. All right. You can see it's got a nice thick texture, kind of like a potato. It is not a potato. Don't expect it to be a potato. It's a turnip. But you will have a nice thick texture like a potato. So go ahead and taste it. Check your salt. That's pretty good, actually. It's going to absorb a little bit of the salt when it's boiling. It's not going to taste at all like vinegar from the vinegar water. You don't have to worry about that. And that's it for your turnips. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to put a plate together and I'll show you the finished project. I'm going to go ahead and cut one open for my kids here. Look at that. Yum, yum. You're losing some of your filling, that's all right. Scrape it up and put it on your plate. Look at that. Got a jalapeno in the middle. Nice juicy chicken. It's going to stay really juicy because of the bacon kind of protects it from drying out. Then you got your filling in there. Yummo. All right, plating. I like to just slice kind of on a bias here. You knew whatever. I'm actually going to go straight down. The bacon's not cooperating. Some of your turnips. Let's put a little plop. If you want to get real fancy with it, you can do a little swoop. And I'm just going to plop that right in the middle. Fan it out if you want it to look real pretty and impressive. There we go. And honestly, that didn't take that long. I mean, it was maybe 40 minutes start to finish. That's it. That is your bacon wrapped chicken. We stuffed them with jalapeno and cream cheese or cream cheese and green onion. You could do green chilies if you want, whatever you want. Wrap it in bacon, bake it 375, pull it out and brown the bacon. It was super easy. Everybody will eat it. Even my kids are eating. You'll see they're eating the turnips as well, and they are also eating the broccoli and the chicken. So I hope you guys make this. If you do, let me know what you think. It's an easy peasy recipe, so there's no excuse for you to not make it. Go make it. If you could like, follow, and subscribe for me, I would be super grateful. Go ahead and ring the bell, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thanks. This is Cass. Out.